The next step is we want to put all of our middle corners in place. And we're going to do it with the perspective of one of our banded sides. I'm going to do the white one just for the sake of difference. I'm tired of looking at yellow. So with the white one, what I'm going to do is I'm going to start to, I can move these anywhere I want, right? Because it's not going to mess up what I worked so hard to put in. And what I'm going to be doing is moving these so that they come in line with the proper corner. We've seen this before in similar circular cubes. But I'll tell you, we stand to disrupt everything that we did and have to start again if we mess up our center. So I'm only going to do movements of 2 because that's easily brought back. And what I want to do is start to move the proper edges, the proper corners in place so that I can bring the outers to the inners. So here's one that will work. I've got the red to red. Orange, I want to find an orange inner here. So let's just see what we've got to work with down here. Here's a blue that we can use. Now the way that you do this, if I wanted to say move this into here, right, then I'm just going to move it up to move it into position, back to take it out of the way, bring this in, and bring this back. So the overall effect is I didn't change these, but I moved those in. We've seen this before on the White Eden circle cube. And I can do that, if I keep repeating that, I'm going to eventually move everything in this plane into position. So I originally wanted to move this into position, so I just do it again. And there it is. So I'm going to turn it twice, 1, 2, solved, solved, not solved. But what I did is I created an inverse. So I want to move this to here or this to here so that I can solve both of those. So I'm going to bat this one out. Inverses are good. I'm going to rotate it here. I'm going to just sort of walk around with this. Move this up, here, here, here. Paying attention to what I did to my inverse, I put it over here, which is good because this is in the plane of this. But I have to move it twice. 1, 2, here it is. Back, 1, 2, move it in. So we got that over here. I've got this and I've got an inverse over here. How lucky am I? I just got to put it over here. So this needs to go here. So I'm going to just move this out of the picture. So 1, 2, there it is. Move it out. 1, 2, move it back. Now when I do 2s like that, I will inevitably bat this one out, but I can easily find it just down here. So it's not hard to look for it, move it back in. So I've got 2 inverses, and then I go 1, 2, brings these back. These are solved here. I just keep following suit. So let's just kind of work through this. Okay, so these 2 are okay. See if we find another one, and I think we're down. Oh, we got one over here, but it's not going to work. So we have to move this out of position, which means we need to get a blue one in here. Alright, so move it twice. 1, 2. That leaves this one and this one. Negatives. Inverses. Okay. I'll put in another red. Okay. 1, 2. Solved, solved, solved. Not so solved. Here's this. Oh. And now this is going to go into here. Well, actually, it's going to go here. 1, 2, 1, 2. Alright, so these 2 are here. See if we can put a green one in here. We can. So, last but not least, move it twice. 1, 2, and all of these are solved. So everything is in where they need to be, and we are within 180 degrees of where the center should be. So the next part, now that all of our corner pieces and middle pieces are arranged and where they need to be, we've now collapsed this down to another cube that we've already talked about, that I've already put a tutorial together, which is the White Eden circle cube with 2 circles. That's pretty much what this is now. Circle here, circle here. The difference, though, I would forewarn, is that with the White Eden, if you had something that's out, you couldn't move it, but here you can. So you could potentially get yourself screwed up. So you have to be very careful in the next solve to not turn this side or this side. Or you're going to mess everything up. So I'm going to pick a new upside, which is going to be sandwiched in between these 2. I'm going to do the blue side here. So the first step is let's get our blue cross without moving these non-banded sides. So I'll move this down here. This is here. Where's the blue and white? If I did this correctly, it should all line up. It's here. I don't want to move it like that, so I'm going to move it down. This goes here, 1, 2, and up. So this is very intuitive. You got this here. Now we want to move these into position. I'm going to move this across here, 2, and here. So this is in position. The blue and red is right over here. So we've got to cross here. Now we're going to very carefully move in the corners here without moving the bad side. So here's blue, white, and orange. Oh, there's my problem. It goes over here. So in this case we do want to move it like this. That's in place. Red, white. Okay. Having a little problem with this for some reason. This red and yellow. Do it. Okay, one more, which is here. Move this up to here. Okay, so we have our first layer. Now we just do second layer. Second layer, we want to move these guys in, and they all should be lined up and not flipped in the wrong direction. And again, I only want to be moving these banded sides. So this has to move into here. And as with the previous White Eden, the formula or the algorithm for this is going to be R, UI, RI, UI, R, UI, R, U, R, U, RI. And there it is. Same thing. If I mess it up or flub it, don't worry, I'm going to post it in the notes here. This yellow, or this, yeah, yellow goes over here. So same thing, but on the opposite side. It's going to be LIU, LU, LIU, L, UI, LI, UI, L. So that puts that here. And this is the fun part. We just follow suit, just being very careful not to lose our concentration there. Move this in. There it is there. And then finally move this in. And make short work of that. So our second layer is now solved. So we're cruising. If you do that, we always get this cross in. Now we just have to put our edges here, middle edges here, and we have to do it with this facing us, one of our non-bandaged sides, because we want to move it through here. So we'll put the white one here, keep going till we see orange. Familiar algorithm. And there it is here. Good, good, good. So now we just fill in the corners in the usual way. This is in place, this is not. So you know what to do. In place, not. And in place. So after that, you have conquered Saturn cube. So congratulate yourself, because I have to say this is probably one of the hardest of the cubes, not just of this series, but that I've actually solved. And I'm curious to hear what your perspectives are on this, or any alternative ways of doing this. Next stop, outer rims of the Jovian planets.